Welcome everybody, this is Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood Beeroes, Mr. Kev.
That me.
And Mr. Ty.
That's him.
And we're going to review a movie, an animated movie from the DC universe that came out somewhat recently, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. We watched it together, actually.
Oh, we did, yeah.
And then I fell asleep during some part of it. It was really good. It was because I drank too much. Obviously, we drink a lot.
We don't have a problem.
But I finished it the next day with him. And this movie was awesome. Like, when you think Suicide Squad, not the live-action movie that came out, that should have been this. Because when you think Suicide Squad, it's got to be gory, bloody, intense. It's villains. Villains fighting villains. Like, this should be all-out massacre. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
No, you're right. You're right, yeah.
So, this animated movie was perfect. Deadshot was awesome. Harley Quinn was awesome. And there was just violence at every corner.
A lot of violence.
There was blood, guts, everything. The opening scene...
Nudity?
Yeah, there was nudity. You saw, what's her name's? Boobies,
yeah.
Cartoon boobies came out.
I don't remember, but yeah.
The Amazon, like not Amazon, but the big chick.
Yeah. Well, big as in tall.
Yeah, like
yeah.
big.
You saw her boobs. I
Yeah,
remember
she came out of the hot
I was
tub.
like, wait, is that a boob? And you rewound it.
I did. I rewound it.
And it was boob.
It was definitely a boob.
It was
But
totally a boob.
They had everything, and it was funny. The writing was great, which I wished whoever wrote this wrote everything else in the DC universe, whether it was the CW, the movies, because it was brilliant. It was witty, it was funny, it was entertaining. I wasn't bored at all. Like, it was entertaining the whole time. And they opened up with this epic scene. It was Deadshot, there was Vertigo, and those two Joker ripoffs. I don't know their names, but the one was the chick and the other dude. And they go into this train. They're popping people left and right, killing people. They're just going down this train, destroying things in their sight. People can't even think straight because their brains are getting blown out. And it was just a sick opening to this movie. So before we continue, spoiler alert, we should probably say that. We always forget.
We always forget. We're totally spoiling all the time.
This movie was really cool because you had a lot of different villains. You had Reverse Flash. I mean, Dr. Zoom, as they would call him in the movie. You had Vandal Savage, sorry.
Yeah.
It was Vandal Savage. You had Killer Frost. You had... I'm trying to think who else. Captain Boomerang. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Copperhead. I like Copperhead.
Bronze Tiger.
Yeah, Bronze Tiger was like the hero / villain, I guess.
Well, it's weird. Like they're I don't know.
Waller. It's funny because the original Suicide Squad animated movie before this one, Waller was like the big fat Waller.
Yeah.
But then she's slim in this movie, and Deadshot even noticed he's like. Now that you lost weight or something, it was funny.
I don't remember. Did he say that?
He mentioned that part. It was cool. This movie like made hints to other movies in the animated universe.
That is cool. I've enjoyed a majority of the DC animated universe, really, and it just seems. I mean, if you compare it to their cinematic universe,
they're on point.
Yeah, I just think. Sometimes it's more successful, and
I agree.
It is what it is. When we initially watched it, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah,
and I was really taken back by how violent it was. And I think at first, to be honest, I was just like, "Whoa, like this is a bit much."
Yeah.
And then I think when I realized what I was watching and what Suicide Squad really is, and what it's about, like what they're about. Because I watched the Assault on Arkham, the other Suicide Squad film, and I don't remember it being as intense as this one. I think that one was PG-13. This one was R, obviously. It had to be R. And I've noticed that, I think I think the first DC animated movie that had an R rating was The Killing Joke.
Yeah, awesome.
And then they just had more. Justice League Dark, I think, was R.
Yes, it was.
And
all amazing animated movies.
Yes, I do enjoy their animated films.
They need to go the R route though. Like they're dark, they're gritty. They need to own that. They need to.
Well, that's. Are you talking about for their cinematic universe?
Anything.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I see DC like comics and animated, it's always there's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of killing. So it's something they should own. And I get it. Like you want to be light sometimes, but there are certain heroes, there are certain characters that will give that light. But when you own that darkness, I think they'll do a lot better because they have in the animated movies and they're killing it. Like Killing Joke, awesome, amazing.
Yeah.
Justice League Dark, phenomenal. The dude that plays John Constantine is just sick. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the CW. He's about to be in the next season of Legends of Tomorrow. He's gonna be a full-time.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's a full-time character.
That's awesome. That guy was great.
He steals it. He's awesome. Like these are the people you should be focusing on because they own their characters.
Yes.
And they're really good and they're enjoyable and they're entertaining. I feel like I'm going off a tangent because we're supposed to be talking about Suicide Squad, Health Thing.
It's all good. But I think that this is something that we should discuss.
I think we vent a lot.
Yeah, I think it's good though because I don't think we're alone in this. I think that, and I don't know. I'm kind of curious because I wonder if when they make these animated films, I mean, I'm sure there's still a degree of pressure put on them. But it's definitely not as much as there is with their live-action cinematic universe. But you're right, because initially, when DC was planning on, this their own cinematic universe, they had initially said it's going to be dark, it's going to be this, and you're right, they should have just owned it and continue with that instead of now backing down and changing things up, and everything's like a mess, and that's why you're in the situation that you're in right now. Like, stick to one thing and continue with it. Like, you have announced that, so that's what you're gonna be, but I think DC fans, if you haven't watched any of these animated films, check them out because a lot of them are really, really good.
They're awesome. Teen Titans Judas Contract was phenomenal.
I love that. You haven't watched Gotham by Gaslight, I don't think.
No, I still need to.
That's really good.
That.
There's a few good Superman films as well. There's Superman Unbound is really, really good.
You've told me, I still need to see that. My thing is, what was really cool, which was my favorite thing in this movie, it was part of the plot, obviously, but it wasn't like in the forefront. The same Reverse Flash or Dr. Zoom that was in this was the same one from Flashpoint. And when he got shot by Thomas Wayne, he used the Speed Force to slow his death down and come back. And the theme of this movie was that they had this card, and if you died holding it, it was a one-time use and you would come back to life. So he was going for it. Vandal Savage was going for it. Waller wanted it for her own reasons.
What were her reasons?
I think she just wanted to use it. I think she was sick or something, and that she wanted to hold on to it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was her or was a family member of hers
I think
or
it was
something.
her.
Okay,
but it was just cool because they noted when Dr. Zoom was running all after the bus that the Suicide Squad was on, Deadshot's like he's slower for some reason, and there's one scene where he ran and like tagged the helicopter that Vandal Savage had, and he stopped and there was blood coming down his face, and I thought it was like his eye. But he revealed he pulls his cowl off, and he's got the bullet hole from Thomas Wayne, and they show the flashback. And I think that's awesome. When you cross movies like that, that is the coolest stuff in the world, man. Like that, I just gave myself goosebumps. Like that's some cool stuff. Yeah. And it's cool that you can be like, I watched that movie, that was awesome. And the same guy, because you said it too, that it was the same drawing,
animation.
Same animation, the same voice.
Noticed that.
Yeah. And it's just cool to see stuff like that.
Sure.
For them to cross over like that and like be able to continue a story from like Flashpoint, which is supposed to mess everything up, but that Reverse Flash is coming back to this timeline to try and save himself. Like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, as nerds, we love when stories kind of cross. I mean, you see it in comics all the time. So why not have, with your animated films? And you could, I mean, obviously you could try to do it with the live action stuff, but we won't get into that. Watch our other videos on that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool for them to. You're watching one film, and all of a sudden it references back to, oh my gosh, this is from Flashpoint, which came out a few years ago, and it's just I don't know, that was like a cool nod, cool thing to add in there, because I believe these stories are original stories for the animated, except for like Killing Joke.
Yeah, but it adds
Gotham by Gaslight.
It adds more to it because it's like this character from this movie is now coming back to try and save himself. And it works with the plot because they're going for this card that's going to save him. Yes. Like, I don't know. I nerded out. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. So, if you haven't seen Flashpoint, watch Flashpoint because that's phenomenal. And then go see Suicide Squad Hell Today because it all ties in and it's pretty sweet.
Yes. Yes. So, what would you rate this movie?
Out of what? Like a 10 or a 5 or?
Yeah, out of 10. Out of 10.
I like, because like I said, I wanted the live action movie to be like bloody, gory, stuff like that, because that's what Suicide Squad, I believe, should be. Especially when their heads get blown off. Yes. Like they have the bomb in their heads. Yep. They delivered this animated movie. I would say like a 9.2. Like it was cool. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. I would watch it 12 times over, and I probably will. Yeah. Because I watched it twice already, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I would probably give this movie. For me, I'm not a huge Suicide Squad fan. There's certain characters in Suicide Squad. Like I'm very interested in Deadshot and his story and his. There's just something like really cool about the character of Deadshot because he's such a complicated character, and that's why I think I'm intrigued by him, because I think he is always so torn with which side he wants to be on all the time. But I mean, this film alone, I think I would probably give it like a 7.5 to 8, and that's just because I'm not a huge suicide. I'm not really into the whole Suicide Squad universe. But I think if I just look at it as its own kind of thing, I think I would give it a 7.5 out of 8. I think if people who are into Suicide Squad, I think they'll really enjoy it. I think you'll really be pumped on.
It's right up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, like between like the. It's a badass animated film, and I mean, this is, I think, like you said, I think Suicide Squad fans, this is something that they're looking for.
Yeah, this is exactly what you're looking for. Yeah. But if you've seen it, let us know your thoughts. If we got you to watch it, let us know what you think about it. Yeah. Are you happy that we told you to go see it? Let us know.
Yeah.
Comment.
Exactly.
Like. Subscribe.
Like.
Follow us. The Instagram, the Twitter is @Heroes and Brews. And have a great night. Cheers. Hey guys, don't forget to use our promo code on Tavor, Beeroes. It's BEEROES.
This app Tavor will open up your world to all these different craft beers that you never even knew existed. If you download the app, you may find your next favorite beer that isn't even in your area. It could be from Iowa. It could be from Texas.
Hawaii.
Who knows? Hawaii. Check it out. Check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed.